Oh my god.
It's the body of Dr. von Trauerschloss. He's dead. And what's more, he's been murdered. But who could have done this? There must be some clues around.
Are you the maid?
There's something in his pocket. It's a small, delicate key. He kept it in the pocket closest to his heart. I wonder what it unlocks.
Probably something to do with his heart.
There's a letter clutched in
because,
his hand.
you know,
His final
I don't know.
words are a clue left by the killer.
Over the course of Stephen's diet, I've thought blah blah blah. You can read this if you want. I'm not gonna. Ugh. You're creepy. What? Why?
This letter is signed Belladonna. I've been waiting to hear the other side of this story.
If you had asked me just a few years ago about my future, I could never have fathomed my life, which today would be as it is. So strange a path has the twists of fate set me upon, that I wake every morning bewildered and like a small child expect anything and everything to happen during each new day. The night my planned future snapped out of the joint and took a whole new direction was the night when my son Lucas died. I married Dr. Wolfram von something in the spring, and we loved each other deeply back then. How young we were. He was an educated gentleman from the University of Ingolstadt, and I had first assumed we would get a flat in Vienna. Instead, he convinced me we would live in my family's old castle and accept our roles as old-fashioned nobility to the little village down the hill. We moved into the castle with a staff of 30 servants, beginning the task of breathing life and joy into the majestic halls. At this time I expected to live out my life as a lady of the household, minding the servants and indeed raising children. Before long our first son was born, and shortly after he was once again departed. I was devastated, of course, but Lucas had been sickly from his first day, and even though my husband had blocked out the possibility from his mind, I was not entirely surprised when it happened. Nonetheless, it changed us. I believe Wolfram blames me for what happened, that he thinks it was somehow my fault. He retreated into his laboratory in the old dungeon and started doing unholy experiments and God knows what. Those were dark times. Instead of a household and a child to take care of, I now had no guests, practically no husband and no child. Everything I thought would occupy my time was gone, and all I could do was grieve in solitude. The castle staff left one by one, until there were only a handful still there. My existence was meaningless, and I spent my days doing nothing. But I dealt with my grief in my own way, and in time the claws of melancholy began to loosen the grip on me in so many ways. I have Clara to thank for that. Oh god, lovely.
Another journal page. This one has drops of blood on it.
Must think, remember hands, fingers, what? Okay, hate. Okay.
This room looks completely abandoned. I suppose this is what happens when you're down to a skeleton crew of only one maid, no matter how fantastic she is.
Oh wait, no, there's a window. I want to hear what you say about that, because it's really interesting.
It's snowing outside. I have no concept of the current year, season, or even geographical location.
Really?
The doctor's handwriting. I know it well by now.
You can read this by yourself. Oh, so I did. Oh. Shit's going weird.
Another portrait. It says her name is Franziska Canosa, an old relative, no doubt. But I wonder how she relates to the von Trauerschloss family.
Wonder
Look
that
at all
too.
these old toys. Wind-up dolls, music boxes, and mechanical trains all around. I think this used to be a private hobby of the eccentric Dr. Wolfram's, before he got into the whole corpse business.
Yeah. That's a
I
real
should
bummer.
sit down and write a story. But with all these journals and diary pages lying around, seems like I already may have.
Indeed.
That's a lot of books. Imagine you had books filled with every possible combination of letters. I wonder how much room they would take. There's a finite amount of letters, but unless we acknowledge a maximum length of a word, there would still be an infinite number of combinations, and the library would have to be infinitely large.
Right.
Look, a perfect sphere. Let's see if I can get two parallel lines to intersect.
What?
A stuffed raven atop a bust of Pallas Athena. What a cheerful decoration. Let's call them Annabelle and Dupin.
I love how you're giving them names. Like, that's normal, you know? Oh!
I'm not going near that horrible
God.
cat.
Holy
I'll have
shit.
to get rid of it somehow if I want to proceed. Interesting. That makes no... I don't know why that won't work.
We should probably poison it. That's what we should do. We should poison it.
The missing candlestick. And it seems to be the murder weapon.
Great. What does that mean?
One more Belladonna letter. Let's read about this Clara figure.
Oh god, you can read this yourself. Her adorable habit of naming inanimate objects. Yeah, I'm not Belladonna, I am Clara. That's probably why.
There's a bottle of milk out here. I wonder how long it's been here. At any rate, it's frozen completely solid. No wonder in this cold.
So we're gonna like... I don't know.
It says, Snowflake the pet cat. How cute.
Oh my god, did he...
The stone is so old and the name is worn. The tombstone says Clara Stieber. This must be the grave of the wonderful maid I've heard so much about. I can't help but notice that it's been emptied. The tombstone says Clara Stieber. This must be the grave of the wonderful maid I've heard so much about.
It's kind of creepy.
A note.
Yeah, you can read this yourself. It's sad though. Dear God.
More letters. Can someone tell me what happened to poor Clara?
You're still there, but you're dead. You can still read this yourself, but yeah.
Yes, those are indeed boxes.
Yep.
A plant, a natural object, standing in a pot, a man-made object. The plant can consume nutrition and grow bigger, and the pot can't. Neither of them can think. So what about me then? I can think, I know that. But am I natural or man-made?
I have no idea.
Nothing inside. This lantern might prove to be the very first thing that actually manages to shed some light on my situation. I'll keep it.
Probably.
Belladonna. This little plant has caused a lot of trouble. For a flower, it's not particularly beautiful, but for a murder weapon, it sure is.
Okay, so...
Look, a journal page was hiding behind the plant.
So, you can read this yourself. Because I'm too lazy, you know? Because I'm... yeah.
It's a large tree. Looks very peaceful. Couldn't I have been reincarnated into one of those instead of being forced back into this mess?
Yeah, that's kind of what I... yeah.
An ordinary pot with some dirt in it. Isn't this a perfectly sufficient tool for creating beautiful life?
So I'm not sure, should I kill the cat or not? I am not sure, I don't know what to do in regards to that. Right, so we have milk.
I'll let it stand by the fire for a while.
A mortar and pestle.
Let's grind this plant into powder. It's thawed. The milk is now in liquid form.
Good.
The milk pours easily.
Good. Give me...
Is this how Clara died?
Oh. So I am poisoning the cat? Okay. Well, aren't I an evil bitch?
Yes, this should put an end to the grim reign of this beast.
Could've just clubbed it to death.
Look, it's a key. And it has a funny tassel attached to it. No wonder the cat wanted to play with it. The animal must have managed to steal a key.
Tassel key. Oh, poor thing.
This is strange. This is Belladonna's signature, but the handwriting is just wrong.
Oh. You can read this yourself. So she's not actually dead, it seems.
Thaw the milk, grind the leaves, poison the cat. That was a lot of work to inspect this rather uninteresting ladder.
I know. As my conscience grows stronger, so does my hatred for my husband. Each morning he brings me with him down to the laboratory and places me in a corner. There I will stand for the rest of the day, still as a statue, silent as death. Occasionally he will throw me a glance or a smile. I find my body smiling warmly back, almost like a reflex, and this indoctrination disgusts me. I'm a living decoration, a breathing statue of flesh, its wind-up toy bride. But little does he suspect, my eyes are darting across the room secretly and attentively following his smallest movements. I carefully memorize every step he takes, every note he writes down, every tiny detail of his ghoulish discovery. If only he knew how fast I am learning what a willing student I am. As of late, he has even picked up the habit of explaining his scientific work aloud. That helps him think, I suppose, and I nod and smile and give little encouraging laughs at all the right places. He's muttering his darkest secrets to me, and I drink it all up. And oh, if he only knew that just how close he brushes with his own demise. Hundreds of times each day he's close enough to me for my hands to reach up and snap his neck, my strong fingers around his throat, slowly squeezing his precious life out of him. But no matter how close he stands, my arms will not move. I'm a prisoner in my own corpse, staring out through glassy eyes, but unable to will any action into my own dead limbs. Call for me and I will walk, ask me a question and I will talk, but my rotting brain is unable to form initiatives of its own, and I'm a golem following orders. Yet with each passing night, my willpower grows stronger. I write my thoughts down diligently and practice my mental capacities with all the resolve I have. The results are slow but reliable. One day soon, I will have the tendency to strike, and as soon as the time comes, strike I will. One of these days, this lovely life-size doll will suddenly find the power within her to execute her swift revenge. Okay, so that seems ominous. Yeah? Yeah.
That's a big wardrobe.
Should we go to
Bet
Narnia?
you could hide a corpse in there. Actually, I better not open it and check.
Probably not a good idea.
Let's take a look inside. Coils of rope. I wonder why we're keeping rope.
Ever heard about little rough sex? Probably a good idea to have her
The
open
mirror
it.
is
I don't know.
completely shattered. I think someone in here didn't really like their reflection.
Exactly. I don't think you like your picture.
I wonder if this key fits. There's a key hidden inside. A very important one.
Okay, and that's... Oh my
A
god!
note.
Failure. The attempt was a failure. I cannot lure my lost lover back into her deceased corpse. All my preparations in vain. All alone now. No one to turn my key.
Is she dead? She doesn't move a muscle, yet she sits upright. She's like a mannequin of human flesh.
She's kind of big in comparison to you. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, dear lord. Aww. This is sweet in some very horrible way.
Love.